I packed my hospital bag the night before my wife went into labor. Threw in a phone charger, some sweatpants, a granola bar. Took me maybe 8 minutes. I remember feeling pretty good about it. Like, how hard is this? I'm just the support guy. Then I spent 47 hours in that hospital. Wore the same shirt for 2 days until it had 3 different bodily fluids on it. Ate nothing but vending machine Cheetos for 18 hours because I ran out of real food and couldn't leave. Stood in a parking lot at discharge, sweating through my only clean shirt, trying to install a car seat I'd never touched while a nurse watched, and my wife held our screaming daughter in a wheelchair. I'm Dan, and I've been exactly where you are right now. If this helped, hit subscribe. I make videos helping dads show up prepared. If you're here, you probably have a hospital bag checklist saved somewhere that you haven't looked at in weeks. Maybe your partner has asked twice if you've packed. Maybe you said, yeah, I'll handle it, but you haven't. Because part of you cannot picture what you're actually packing for. Here's what nobody tells you about the dad hospital bag. You're not packing for a birth moment. You're packing for a 2 to 4 day endurance event where you're the only fully functional person responsible for two people who can't take care of themselves. I'm going to walk you through what actually happens, what you actually need, and why packing this bag the right way is one of the most important things you'll do before your kid arrives. The hospital bag is not a checklist. It's a mental model test. Because your ability to pack correctly reveals whether you understand your actual role in what's about to happen. Point 1. You're packing for the wrong timeline. Most guys pack for the highlight reel, the 2-hour movie version where she has contractions. You drive to the hospital, baby arrives, everyone cries, you go home. That's not what happens. Average first-time labor is 12 to 18 hours. Hospital stays are 24 to 48 hours, minimum for vaginal births, 3 to 4 days for C-sections. 15% involve NICU, stays that add days or weeks. You're not packing for an afternoon. You're packing for a long weekend where you can't leave, can't order takeout, and can't run to Target. Here's what that actually means. You'll be in the same room, breathing the same recycled air, and wearing the same clothes unless you packed extras. You'll watch the cafeteria close at 8 p.m. and realize you have nothing to eat until breakfast. You'll want to shower at 3 a.m. after being awake for 20 hours and realize you brought nothing for that. Pack for 4 days even if you're hoping for one. This single shift recalibrates everything else. When you pack for 4 days, you pack 2 complete outfit changes. You pack actual food. You pack full toiletries. You stop thinking like a guy showing up for an appointment and start thinking like someone staffing an endurance event. Point 2. Your physical state determines your usefulness. Here's the thing nobody says out loud. If you're hungry, exhausted, wearing clothes that smell like sweat and baby pee, you cannot be the partner and father you need to be. Your needs aren't competing with hers. They're prerequisites for meeting hers. Research shows dads average 4.2 hours of fragmented sleep in the first 48 hours postpartum. You'll be making medical decisions, supporting someone in extreme pain, learning to care for a newborn, all while more sleep deprived than you've ever been. Pack 2 complete outfit changes, minimum. Not just an extra shirt. Full outfits, underwear, socks, pants, shirts. Because you will spill coffee on yourself. Your baby will pee on you during the first diaper change. You'll sweat through a shirt from stress alone. Pack real food. Protein bars, trail mix, meal replacement drinks, beef jerky, nuts. Hospital cafeterias close. Vending machines run out or only take cash you don't have. Budget $20 to $40 just for snacks and expect to spend it all. Pack full toiletries and shower shoes because you will want to shower at 3 a.m. and you will not have brought shampoo. Deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, body wash, shampoo, a towel if you're picky. This isn't selfish. This is sustainable caregiving. You cannot take care of her if you can't take care of yourself. Point 3. The things you'll actually regret forgetting. Based on what thousands of dads report wishing they'd brought, here's the real list. Extra long phone charging cables. 10-foot minimum. Outlets are never near the chair where you'll be sitting for hours. A battery pack backup because your phone will die at the worst moment, guaranteed. Cash and small bills. 1s and 5s for vending machines that don't take cards at midnight when you're starving, and the cafeteria has been closed for 4 hours. Flip-flops for the hospital shower because those floors are disgusting, and you will think about this every second you're in there barefoot if you forget them. A sweatshirt because hospital rooms are kept cold, and you'll be sleeping in a chair with a thin blanket, shivering at 2 a.m. while trying to stay awake in case she needs you. Gum or mints because your mouth will taste like stress and bad coffee, and you'll be talking to nurses and doctors and your wife, and you'll be self-conscious about it. A water bottle because you'll be so focused on getting her water, refilling her cup, making sure she's hydrated that you'll forget to drink anything yourself for 6 hours straight. These sound trivial until you're 18 hours in and would pay $50 for any of them. That's when you realize the small things aren't small when you can't leave to get them. Point 4. The car seat cannot be an afterthought. 73% of car seats are installed incorrectly. Hospitals will not let you leave without demonstrating proper installation. If you show up at discharge never having touched your car seat, you will be sweating in a parking lot with a manual, threading latch straps, reading diagrams that make no sense while your wife sits in a lobby holding a screaming newborn, and a nurse checks her watch. I know because I was that guy. It's humiliating. It's preventable. Install the base at 36 weeks, not the night before, not the day of. 36 weeks. Watch installation videos specific to your car model and your seat model because every combination is slightly different. Practice buckling a stuffed animal into the seat so your hands know the motion before you're doing it with a real fragile human. Get it checked at a fire station. Most do free car seat checks. This takes 1 hour of your time before labor and prevents a humiliating disaster after. You're going to be exhausted and emotional at discharge. Don't add incompetent to that list. Point 5. Organize like you'll need it in the dark. At 2 a.m. when you need something, you will not want to dump your entire bag out under fluorescent hospital lights while trying not to wake your wife or the baby. Use gallon Ziploc bags to create categories. One for clothes, one for toiletries, one for snacks, one for electronics and chargers. One for documents. Label them with a Sharpie in big letters you can read when you're half asleep. Put the documents bag on top because you'll need insurance cards and IDs first during admission. Put snacks second because you'll reach for those most frequently. This costs you $5 in Ziploc bags and 30 minutes of organization, but saves you from chaos when you're exhausted. When you can grab the snack bag in the dark without thinking, when you can find your phone charger in 3 seconds, when you're not frantically digging for your insurance card while a nurse waits, you'll understand why this matters. Organization is a gift you give your future panicked self. Point 6. The emotional preparation the bag forces. Here's the real reason guys avoid packing carefully. The bag makes it real. Packing forces you to imagine yourself in a situation you can't actually picture until you're in it. The version of you who's been awake for 24 hours, who's watched his partner in more pain than he knew was possible. Who's holding a newborn he doesn't know how to care for while she recovers from something that looked violent, even though it was normal. That guy is terrifying to imagine. So you don't pack for him. But that guy is coming whether you prepare or not. Packing the bag is practicing imagining yourself as a father before you are one. It's the first act of preparing to show up for someone other than yourself. Every item you add is an admission. I might be hungry. I might be scared. I might need comfort. I might not know what I'm doing. Those admissions are hard because they make the future real and the future is overwhelming. But the bag isn't about stuff. It's about acknowledging you're about to need resources you've never needed before because you're about to do something you've never done. You can't pack effectively for a role you've never inhabited, but you can pack for the needs that role will create. Hunger, exhaustion, fear, uncertainty, the need to stay clean and functional and present. When you pack for those needs, you're admitting they're coming. That's the hard part. That's also the grown-up part. Point 7. What this communicates to her? When you pack thoroughly and early at 34 weeks, not the night before, you're telling her something without words. You're saying, I understand this is real. I understand my role. I'm taking this seriously because I take you seriously. When she's been making lists for weeks, reading books, preparing her body and mind, and you throw things in a bag last minute, what she hears is, I'm not fully here yet. I don't understand the stakes. You're in this alone with the details. The bag is a small thing that represents the big thing. Are you preparing to be a partner in this, or are you showing up hoping to figure it out? She needs to know you've thought through what you'll need to take care of yourself, so she doesn't have to manage you while managing labor and a newborn and a broken body. She's going to be in pain. She's going to be vulnerable. She's going to need you to be the stable one, the functional one, the one who has his shit together. You can't be that person if you're hungry, dirty, unprepared, and scrambling. 1. Pack early. Pack thoroughly. Show her you're ready even though you're terrified. Because she's terrified too, and she needs to see that you're doing the work to show up for this. Here's what I want you to understand. You're about to become someone you've never been. That's terrifying. It's also normal. Every dad who's ever existed has stood where you're standing, looking at an empty bag, unable to fully imagine what he's packing for. But the dads who do this well, who show up prepared, who sustain themselves so they can sustain their families, they all did one thing. They packed anyway. They imagined the hard parts even though it was uncomfortable. They prepared for their own needs so they could meet everyone else's. You're not packing a bag. You're building the foundation for how you'll show up as a father. Pack like you understand what's coming. Pack like you respect your partner enough to take this seriously. Pack like you know you'll need to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. Because in 4 days or 4 weeks, when you're standing in that hospital room, exhausted and overwhelmed and more in love than you knew was possible, you'll be grateful you did.